was my very first interview. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do.
And I was so red and I was about to cry.
And the next morning, I was like still throwing up like on the way, you know, and then barely made it.
There were glasses on the table and a bottle of water. I was nervous, my mouth was dry, and I decided to get some water. I knocked the glass clean over the interviewer and he was covered in water.
The guy had about 20 interviews. I was his last one. He wasn't in a great mood, so he basically handed me my resume and asked me to ask and answer my own questions during the interview. So I asked myself what I did for the summer, and then I answered it.
And he asked me straight up, so do you have any questions? And my question was, yes, I do. If you were sitting in my chair, what question would you ask me? So basically I was saying, what should I ask you? And he didn't appreciate it.
And they say, we just want to ask you, what fashion publications do you like to read? And there's this like cold chill went through my body as I realized that I don't read any fashion publications because I don't give a shit, and there was just these crickets filling the room and this silence, and they say thank you and they say we'll call you, and you just know right then and there you really botched it. I really fucked it up.
But during the interview, it was a judge and a law clerk. I kept on looking at the judge, and his eyes were getting a little bit tired. He would be like that and that, and you're trying to come up and think of things to say, but it's not that easy. And I looked over a few minutes later, and he was completely fast asleep. So I think he felt so guilty that he offered me the job right after the interview ended, and I accepted.
Long story short, I was about 45 minutes late, so I might as well have just been 2 hours late. The lady was kind enough to see me for about 2 minutes, and then told me she'll get back in touch with me. But I actually had another interview in the city that morning, and that's the job I'm currently working at now, so it all worked out in the end.